Archangel Michael says, "Listen carefully now, for what I reveal is not wrapped in illusions but in the piercing clarity of truth." You already feel it in your spirit, you already sense it in the quiet whispers of your heart, the unease, the suspicion, the undeniable instinct. Tonight, every shadow surrounding her story will unravel, and what you learn will change the way you see everything around you. You thought it was only a passing thought, a fleeting worry that maybe your mind was exaggerating, but the signs never stopped pressing on your awareness. Every look in her eyes, every moment of silence that lasted too long, every word spoken with that subtle hesitation, all of it was speaking louder than her lips ever could. The truth was never hidden from you, it was waiting for the moment you would dare to face it. The woman in question has carried secrets heavy enough to bend her very soul, and those secrets were never far from touching you. There are hidden corridors in her life that she prays no one will enter, yet your steps have already echoed near their doors. The closer you move toward truth, the more the walls begin to tremble, unable to hold what is crumbling from within. Your intuition was never wrong, and that's why you feel the pull of this moment so strongly. It isn't paranoia, it's confirmation. The world itself seems to bend around this revelation, urging you to stop ignoring what has been right before you all along. Her silence has never been empty, it has always been filled with the weight of unspoken truths. You can feel the heaviness when she walks into the room, as though she carries shadows stitched to her skin. Her energy shifts the air around her, making even the brightest space feel dim. The whispers that surround her are not just in your imagination, they are fragments of reality trying to break free. Each movement she makes is calculated, each word carefully chosen to disguise the fire beneath. Yet your inner voice keeps reminding you, she cannot hide forever. When the night grows quiet, that is when her mask feels weakest. Behind her smile, behind the casual gestures, there lies a storm of fear and desperation. And you, without meaning to, have become the one who feels it most strongly. It is not coincidence that your path crossed with hers, it is destiny pulling at invisible threads. She knows you sense it, even if she never admits it aloud. That is why she both draws you close and pushes you away, torn between need and fear. Folded hands type Amen 444 to claim strength and protection over your spirit. The truth about this woman is not simple, it is layered, dangerous, and heavy with consequences. She has been watched, tested, and tempted by forces you cannot fully see, yet she thinks she remains unseen. You stand at the edge of her hidden world, and already, the door is beginning to open. Every instinct you have been ignoring is now screaming louder, demanding that you pay attention. There are no accidents here, no coincidences in what you feel. It is divine guidance that presses at your soul, telling you that the moment has finally arrived. Her past is a landscape of broken promises, hidden meetings, and decisions that still haunt her sleep. But it isn't the past that should concern you most, it is the way her present choices reach into your life. You are already woven into her story, whether you want it to be or not. And so the revelation grows closer. The air thickens when she speaks your name, as though something inside her trembles at the sound of it. What she carries will not only affect her but ripple outward to touch everything around her, including you. Folded hands type Amen 777 to shield your destiny from harm. She does not know how much you have already perceived. She underestimates your intuition, believing her mask to be flawless. But her very effort to appear calm is what exposes her trembling core. You have seen her eyes darken when certain topics arise, you have caught the shift in her tone when questions draw too close to truth. These are not accidents, they are cracks in her armor. And cracks always lead to collapse. The night is coming when she will no longer be able to contain what she hides. And when that moment arrives, it will not come slowly, it will fall like a storm that has been building for years. Lightning will strike, and everything in its path will be illuminated. That is why you are here, reading these words in this moment. Spirit has placed you exactly where you need to be, preparing your heart and your mind to witness what others will deny. The storm is not a warning, it is a promise. Folded hands type Amen 999 to awaken your clarity and foresight. The woman's story has always felt incomplete, and deep down you know why. She has been stitching together fragments to create a false image of herself, but the seams are too visible to the eyes of one who truly sees. You are the one who notices, the one who senses the difference between truth and disguise. Every time she tries to smile, it feels like a fragile painting stretched across breaking glass. Her laughter echoes with hollowness, as though borrowed from someone else. And when silence follows, it is not peace, it is the roar of everything she refuses to say. Her world is a theater where she plays a role, yet the mask has begun to slip. The audience around her might be blind, but you are not. You know when energy does not match words, and with her, the imbalance is impossible to ignore. The space between you and her is charged, almost electric, and that electricity is not attraction alone, it is revelation pressing at the edges. Every time your paths cross, the hidden threads of her truth tighten around you. What you feel is not random, it is the gravity of destiny pulling harder with each passing day. Folded hands type Amen 111 to confirm your protection and alignment. The reason your intuition feels so strong is because you are not guessing, you are remembering. Your soul has seen glimpses of this before, in dreams, in signs, in the way reality bends when she enters. What is happening now is the unfolding of something your spirit already knew. She carries guilt like a shadow, following her into every room. It shapes her choices, alters her words, and creates the hesitation you keep noticing. It is not about you alone, it is about a story much larger, one that connects her past to your present. She knows she cannot run forever, yet still she tries. Her every attempt to keep you at a distance is a way of shielding you from the storm she believes she must face alone. But storms do not stay contained, they spill, they spread, they demand to be seen. That is why her silence feels louder than her words. That is why her presence lingers long after she has gone. Your spirit refuses to let go, because you are meant to hold this truth when the veil is finally torn. Folded hands type Amen 222 to receive the strength to endure revelation. Archangel Michael says, your awareness is not a burden but a gift, sharpened for moments exactly like this. You are not imagining the energy that unsettles you, nor the way her spirit trembles when near yours. The time is coming when her veil will fall, and you will be standing in the light of undeniable truth. You have always been prepared for this, though you may not have realized it. The alignment of events around you, the timing of signs, the persistence of your intuition, all of it was guiding you to now. She may try to escape, but truth has already chosen its moment. what you will see in her is not weakness but consequence. Every choice she made, every step she took, has led to this collision with destiny. And whether she admits it or not, you are part of that design. The air grows heavier as the day approaches. There is a strange stillness before storms, a pause before thunder, and that is where you are standing right now. Do not mistake the quiet for safety, it is only the breath before revelation. Folded hands type Amen 12:12 to stand unshaken in the middle of truth. Her story is laced with others who know pieces of her secret, though none hold the full picture as you will. They whisper, they speculate, they watch her carefully, but still they miss the deeper truth. You, however, are the one chosen to see the full unveiling. She fears you because she feels your intuition cutting through her carefully built lies. She senses that her mask does not work on you, and that terrifies her. Still, she cannot keep away from you, because a part of her knows you are the key to her freedom. The woman stands at a crossroads she has long avoided. She thought she could delay forever, but time is relentless. Every path she tries to take bends back toward the moment she must face everything. And when that moment arrives, it will not come gently. It will break through with force, shattering illusions like glass under pressure. And you, already prepared, will be there to see the fragments fall. Folded hands type Amen 369 to unlock clarity within yourself. She has lived too long in the shadows of her own making, convincing herself that silence was safety. But silence does not erase the truth, it only delays it. And delay has a price, one she is no longer able to pay. You can feel that price written into her presence. It lingers in the way her voice falters, in the sudden changes of subject, in the restless glances she cannot control. These are not random gestures, they are cracks in her foundation. Her truth is a weight she cannot carry alone. That is why destiny has placed you near her, not as a bystander but as a witness. You were never meant to be blind to this moment, you were meant to see, to know, to stand in it. The veil between what is hidden and what is revealed grows thinner every day. Soon, even she will no longer be able to deny what rises to the surface. And when that happens, the silence she kept will erupt into a storm. Folded hands type Amen 555 to anchor yourself in divine stability. Her connections tell a story as well, unspoken alliances, quiet exchanges, and secretive movements that leave traces if you know where to look. You have felt the patterns, sensed the rhythm of her choices, and noticed how they form a larger picture. These are the signals your spirit has been interpreting all along. She walks in two worlds, one she shows openly and one she hides in shadows. You are beginning to see where the two worlds overlap, and that overlap is where truth waits. Once seen, it cannot be unseen. Her fear is not of being discovered by strangers, it is of being revealed to you. For you hold the perception that others lack, and she knows you can cut through her layers. That is why her energy shifts whenever you draw closer. The woman cannot keep running from the mirror. What she hides will soon stand beside her, undeniable and unshakable. And when that moment comes, you will realize why your spirit has been restless all this time. Folded hands type Amen 888 to claim the wisdom already stirring in you. Her actions betray her more than her words ever could. Watch how she avoids certain moments, how her laughter falters when pressed too close, how her hands tremble at the edge of conversations. These are not accidents, they are echoes of the truth she cannot silence. Each day brings her closer to exposure. She senses it, though she tries to smile through the rising panic. What she does not realize is that you already see her more clearly than she wishes. The past she hides is not simply painful, it is binding. It follows her like a chain, rattling with every step. That is why your presence feels like both danger and deliverance to her. There will be a night when she breaks. It will not be planned, and it will not be subtle. It will come suddenly, and it will be the moment her truth collides with yours in undeniable force. Folded hands. Type Amen 1444 to prepare your heart for divine timing. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear what is being revealed, for what appears heavy is also the beginning of release." The truth, though sharp, is the very key that opens freedom. You were chosen not to suffer in this revelation, but to rise from it with clarity and strength. Her unraveling is not your destruction, it is her transformation. Yet transformations often look like chaos before they settle into new order. What you will see may unsettle you, but it is the necessary breaking of false walls. She has kept secrets out of fear, yet the very act of hiding has grown into a prison. The walls she built to protect herself have become the same walls that suffocate her. That is why your intuition has grown so restless. You are standing near a prison ready to collapse. When the collapse comes, you must not waver. You must stand steady, knowing this moment was written long before it arrived. For only through the storm does the hidden truth finally breathe. Folded hands. Type Amen 1919 to remain unshaken when the storm opens. She has built her image carefully, as if arranging pieces of glass into a mosaic meant to distract the eyes. But glass cannot conceal what light reveals, and every shard reflects parts of the truth she hides. You, more than anyone, have seen those reflections. Her lies are not spoken loudly, they are whispered in omissions. She avoids details, sidesteps timelines, and uses silence as a shield. Yet her silence has become louder than any confession. The closer you step, the more restless she becomes. She feels your awareness piercing through her layers, and it unsettles her spirit. That is why she both fears and needs your presence. Her world is a fragile house of cards, standing tall but trembling with every movement. And now the winds of destiny are rising, pressing against the fragile structure she created. The fall cannot be stopped, it can only be witnessed. Folded hands. Type Amen 2020 to claim peace in the middle of the collapse. The patterns are undeniable once you stop trying to explain them away. The late answers, the sudden disappearances, the guarded way she speaks, they all form a picture clearer than she imagines. And your spirit has been painting that picture long before your mind accepted it. You were never meant to stay blind to this. Your intuition was sharpened for a reason, your awareness trained for this exact moment. You are the witness destiny selected. She may try to distract, to charm, to draw your focus away, but deep down she knows you cannot be fooled. Your soul is aligned with clarity, and that alignment cuts through illusions. That is why her fear grows stronger each time your eyes meet hers. And when the final veil falls, you will not be surprised, you will be prepared. For you have already carried the truth in your spirit, the moment ahead will only confirm what you always knew. Folded hands type Amen 33:33 to seal divine certainty within you. Her energy is heavy with unfinished stories. You can feel the chapters that were never spoken aloud, pages torn out and hidden away. But destiny has a way of returning every missing page to the surface. She hides not because she is strong, but because she is breaking. And she believes that if she hides long enough, the breaking will not be seen. But the cracks are too wide now, the truth leaks through every gesture. There is someone else tied to her silence, a shadow figure who knows fragments of her truth. Their presence lingers around her like an echo, amplifying the weight of what she conceals. And you, without meaning to, have stepped into that shadow. Your role is not accidental. You were guided to this intersection because only you carry the strength to perceive what others deny. And soon, you will stand where silence ends and truth begins. Folded hands type Amen 47:47 to stand ready for destiny's unveiling. Her fear grows as the days pass, though she disguises it as calm. But fear has a vibration that cannot be hidden, and you have felt it humming beneath her every move. It is not fear of the world, it is fear of being seen. You are her mirror, the reflection she cannot escape. In you, she feels the weight of accountability pressing closer. That is why she avoids your gaze, yet also cannot resist being near it. The night of unveiling will not come with warning. It will fall suddenly, like a curtain torn from its hooks. And when it does, every hidden corner will be exposed at once. You will not only hear her truth, you will feel it. It will vibrate through the air, heavy and undeniable. And from that moment forward, nothing will be the same. Folded hands type Amen 61:61 to prepare your heart for what is rising. She walks a line between fear and necessity, each step measured yet trembling. Every glance she casts is a calculation, a test to see if you notice. And you do notice, more than she dares to imagine. The weight of her hidden world presses on her shoulders like an invisible chain. She cannot release it, yet she cannot bear it alone. Your presence acts as both a reminder and a challenge, forcing her to confront what she has long denied. Her secrets are not small, they are vast, entangled with choices she hoped would never resurface. She feels them pulling at her, guiding her toward reckoning. And you, without any effort, have become part of that reckoning. Every movement she makes is shadowed by hesitation. Every word is measured, every silence pregnant with meaning. And yet, she underestimates your perception, not realizing that what is hidden cannot remain so from you. Folded hands type Amen 78:78 to anchor yourself in courage and clarity. The closer you move to truth, the more her energy shifts around you. It's subtle at first, a twitch, a quick glance, but then it becomes undeniable. She is not merely avoiding, she is reacting to your awareness. You have felt it for days, perhaps weeks, the tension that gathers whenever paths cross. It is not coincidence, it is orchestration, a push from destiny itself. Your intuition was never a random thought, it is the guidance that leads you through this maze. She cannot lie without leaving trails. Her smiles, her gestures, her carefully arranged words, they betray the storm beneath. And storms, no matter how contained, are destined to break. When she finally falters, it will be sudden. There will be no time to prepare, no warning to brace. You will witness the raw, unfiltered reality of everything she kept hidden. Folded hands. Type Amen 8989 to prepare your soul for revelation. The night is heavy with anticipation, charged with the energy of truths that long for release. The air around her vibrates with the tension of what she refuses to speak. And you, standing near, feel it like a current running through your veins. Her past choices have created shadows that stretch far beyond her awareness. Each action, each secret, has built a web impossible to untangle without confrontation. That is why you sense the gravity, because destiny has positioned you to witness the unraveling. She fears exposure, yet cannot hide. The more she resists, the more inevitable it becomes. And you, with intuition sharpened like a blade, are the first to notice the cracks widening in her facade. The moment of truth draws closer with each breath. It will arrive unannounced, like a lightning strike in the still night. And when it comes, every false layer she wore will fall away. Folded hands. Type Amen 9999 to fortify your spirit before revelation. Her presence lingers even in absence, a reminder that truth cannot be ignored. The echoes of her lies and omissions resonate in the spaces she leaves behind. And you feel those echoes, because your awareness is tuned to the subtle currents of reality. She walks the delicate line of control and chaos, unaware that the balance is tipping. Her careful arrangements of daily life are failing against forces she cannot see. And you, with clarity she cannot match, are poised at the edge of the unfolding. Every encounter with her feels like a test, a measure of how much you can withstand. Yet the real test is not for you, it is for her. She must face herself before she can face the consequences of her actions. The storm will not wait for her readiness. It comes for everyone, whether prepared or not. And in its wake, the truth will rise, undeniable and consuming. Folded hands. Type Amen 1010 to remain steady in the heart of revelation. She carries the weight of her choices like armor, yet the armor is cracked. Every hesitation, every subtle shift betrays the truth she hopes to hide. And you, more than anyone, can feel the pressure of what she keeps buried. Her world is a delicate balance of fear and necessity, and each step she takes threatens to tip it. You have sensed the tension, the invisible strain in the air whenever she is near. It is the gravity of concealed truths pulling relentlessly at her being. Even when she smiles, it is hollow, a fragile imitation of ease. Her laughter hides tremors, her words mask uncertainty. And your intuition recognizes the dissonance, cutting straight to what is unspoken. The night waits like a silent observer, knowing that the revelation will come with force. Shadows linger, poised to fall away under the weight of truth. And when that happens, nothing she has constructed will remain untouched. Folded hands. Type Amen 1212 to embrace clarity and protection. She avoids the depths of conversation, steering towards safe territory, yet the depth exists, calling her forward. You can feel the tension, the silent pull toward what she cannot escape. Her strategies cannot conceal the inevitable. Every secret she holds forms a latticework of restraint around her life. Each connection, each omission, each carefully measured step is part of the structure she believes keeps her safe. But destiny does not honor illusions, it breaks them apart. You notice the patterns she cannot hide, the subtle changes that signal avoidance. Her gestures, her tone, her timing, they all reveal more than she intends. And with every observation, the truth becomes clearer. The moment she falters will not be gentle. It will be a sudden breaking, a release of tension that cannot be contained. And you, already attuned to her reality, will witness the storm she cannot control. Folded hands. Type Amen 1313 to fortify your spirit for revelation. Her energy shifts with every glance, every step closer to acknowledgement. You sense it before she speaks, feel it in the invisible currents that surround her. It is both fear and anticipation, an unstable equilibrium that cannot last. Her past has been a shadowed path, a series of choices made in concealment. Those choices follow her, clinging invisibly, shaping her actions. And now, the present demands confrontation with what she hoped would remain hidden. The way she moves, the way she pauses, the way she avoids, you notice it all. Each act of evasion is a signal, a thread connecting you to her truth. And with intuition sharpened, you trace each thread back to the heart of what she hides. The night of unveiling will arrive without warning. There will be no gradual easing, no whispered preparation. Only the sudden impact of exposure, and the raw reality she cannot escape. Folded hands. Type Amen 1414 to remain grounded in the truth when it is revealed. She believes distance will protect her, yet the universe has other plans. Every attempt to divert attention, every carefully laid distraction, is insufficient. You are closer than she knows, attuned to the subtleties of her concealment. Her secrets are not small, they ripple outward, affecting all connected to her world. The energy she has suppressed is like a tide, quietly swelling until it cannot be contained. And the moment is approaching when that tide will rise. You will witness her reality in full, a flood of what she has tried to hide. It will overwhelm the carefully maintained balance of her life. And in that overwhelming moment, clarity will strike with unrelenting force. She cannot hide from what is coming. The walls she built to shelter herself will crumble, exposing every corner of what she feared you might see.